Good evening from Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this city home to the eighth wonder of the world, the Astrodome. We'll see on the floor who stands out tonight.
I don't know about that, Ed. I may have to disagree with you on that. The eighth wonder of the world is the Red Rowdies. Let's get loud. Let's represent. Houston Rockets, what time is it?
They are certainly impressive. Let's do this in Houston. Jay, Rockets, a proven commodity. We know what they're capable of. Lakers, this is a young group defending. What principles do they have to adhere to?
You have to stay in the game mentally and be sharp. In particular, when it comes to your defensive rotations. Houston will put you in so many pick and rolls at the top of the key, whether that's James Harden or the likes of CP3, and it will force you to rotate. So you have to have disciplined closeouts. And if your guy beats you off the dribble, you have to recognize you cannot help and overextend. You have to stay home. You have to hedge, get back to your man, because you don't want them to end up with a penetration and a knockdown three off the kickout.
Sounds like the speed of the game is the biggest adjustment for a guy coming out of college. Lakers have a lot of those guys right now. Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Here comes the screen. Lonzo Ball against Harden. Kyle Kuzma buries it.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1960, named the Rockets, because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Harden into the front court. They're down 3. Has a chance. James Harden, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Caldwell Pope takes on Eric Gordon. To Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope. To Ball. Wide open look, won't go. From the painted area, won't go down. Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
And this kid has a chance to be averaging 9 points his rookie year to 16 in his sophomore campaign. Brandon Ingram is a name that you need to recognize.
Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. To P.J. Tucker. Here's a chance from long range. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Kuzma. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. To Harden. Going a launch beyond the arc. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Lakers, number 5, Tyson Chandler.
Lonzo Ball here against Harden.
The game for Houston, number 42, Nene.
Has a look. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now it's Harden at the controls.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
James Harden. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Ball to Josh Hart. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. Hart to Ball. Fires the 3. Lonzo Ball hits the tough shot. The defender played it well. Lonzo strikes.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Here comes the screen. Harden. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Screen coming. Quarter 3 at the buzzer. First quarter's complete, and it's deadlocked. All tied up. Very even first quarter, tied at 12 to start the second, and it's underway. It's James Harden once again. To Gerald Green. Surveys the floor. And scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay.
One of the best shake and bake players in the league. Austin Rivers, one of the most bona fide scorers in the game right now. Last year, the first time he was a full-time starter.
To Josh Hart. Caldwell Pope here against Harden. Gets a shot up off the mark. Rivers into the front court. It's 14-12. Nene to Gerald Green. Off the assist.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Hey, lock up.
Hart to Caldwell Pope. Was to the basket. 5 seconds. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Subbing in for LA, number 2, Lonzo Ball.
Harden to Capella. Throws it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Harden. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
James Harden at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw. First one goes down.
Oh, that's pass.
Able to convert on both free throws. Ball with it up top. Down 6. Ingram here against P.J. Tucker. To Ball. Lonzo Ball. 2 of 4 now.
Lonzo Ball is so different. There's something special about a player that can always deliver the ball on time and on target. Let me break that down for you. The on-time part means the ball isn't delivered 1 second too late or 1 second too early, but at the perfect time for you to go right into your shot or make a play. The on-target aspect means that the ball is either delivered right in the pocket for a shooter, or for a big, it hits you right in the chest so you can go up for a slam. With his head constantly on a swivel, it's safe to say that Lonzo Ball is already an elite passer.
Austin Rivers. Won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Not done yet. To Kyle Kuzma. Harden in possession. Leads 4. Gets it down to Capella. Won't go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Lonzo Ball. Harden's on him. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw is good. It's back to a 1-point game. Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Time for some new personnel into the game. Lonzo Ball with the rock. Here comes the screen.
Come on your right. Come on your right.
Sizing up the defense. Ingram guarded by Nene. McGee powers it through.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Harden. Ball brings the rock up court. Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lets it fly from long range. That misses with 3 seconds left. Long key from 3/4 from beyond half court. Gets it to go from long distance. A fitting capper to the end of the first half. Good first half for the Lakers. They are out in front with the lead. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Lakers entered halftime with a solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Rockets were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Missed threes.
Ball put in the hard work that's needed to grab all of those rebounds. He was a rock for his team.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Harden has it up the floor. To P.J. Tucker. They work it to Capella. Down low. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Ball. Gets it in the left corner. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock to Kyle Kuzma. From long range. Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma. Harden with it up top. The deficit is 6. To Ball. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Harden. Here comes the screen. Nice pass to set things up. And the finish. Slam dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. Screen coming. Ingram against Tucker. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Offensive rebound. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good to cement the 3-point play. The lead is back down to 1. Lonzo Ball with the rock. JaVale McGee to Kyle Kuzma. From the outside, no good.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line, keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
And McGee there for the rebound. Caldwell Pope matched up with Harden. Oh, Lonzo Ball. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Harden. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. JaVale McGee against Ennis. To Ball. Deep left corner. Ball down for McGee. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's Harden. Knocks it down off the step back.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Into the game for the
Lonzo Ball. Harden's on him. Rockets have the ball. Gerald Green. To Harden. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Ball. Rivers with the basketball. His guys now down by a point. Ball into the front court. He'll run the offense. To the rim, lays it up and in.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Austin Rivers to Gerald Green.
What's cut?
Fires the three. Contested. No problem. Gerald Green with the three.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, man.
4-3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. We have a tie ball game. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after three.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ball game.
No good. Lonzo with it. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Has a chance. Won't go. Ball with the basketball. Lead is 2. Short jumper won't fall.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Trying to cash in. Rivers shot there, won't go. Ball with it up top. 2-point advantage to Josh Hart.
Ice.
To Ball. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Austin Rivers. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Beyond the arc for 3. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
James Ennis with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw good. He's able to polish off the 3-point play. Lonzo controls the offense to Josh Hart. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And the basket good at the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Ingram sizing up Ennis. To Kyle Kuzma. Ball. Has a look. Hard shot, no good. Hart with the basketball. Leads 4. To Rivers. Out of bounds. Last touch by Brandon Ingram. New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 1, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Into the game for the Rockets. Number 10, Eric
Tucker. Down low, it's Harden to Capella. Clint Capella looking good, 4 for 5.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Sit him down, ice, ice, ice.
Down for McGee. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Houston takes over. Pass a chance, and he hits.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Ingram takes on Eric Gordon. To Caldwell Pope. JaVale McGee. Ball. Not getting the bounce. Rivers to bring it into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Ah, rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Ball into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Caldwell Pope to Ball. Now Ingram down low. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Nene. Now here's an intentional foul. So free throws coming up in what is an 8-point ball game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Caldwell Pope. Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Lonzo Ball takes on Eric Gordon. It goes down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Now an intentional foul, and they get it with 9 seconds remaining.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
First one, count it. 2 for 2 on that trip. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kuzma trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets emerged victorious after a tight finish. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. The Lakers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
James Harden put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.